Hi, the main purpose of this video is to show how to install HP ArcSight ApplicationView into your environment. But before we start, I would like to introduce the problem that we saw in the marketplace and that we're solving with this solution. Second, I'll explain why HP ArcSight ApplicationView is a solution to that particular problem. Last but not least, I'll show you the components that make up HP ArcSight ApplicationView. Currently, the IT SOC person has really good visibility into what's happening on the machines that are under his supervision. He has really good visibility into the OS and the databases, really good visibility into the IPSs, the routers, the switches and the firewalls, and into the servers in general. However, there's a lack of visibility into the applications that are running on these systems. That is mainly because the logs that are created by applications are not really meant for security purposes. And if there are interesting logs created at all, then it is really hard to get them into the SIM product. It requires custom connectors to parse the data and get it into the ArcSight solution. And that's exactly where HP ArcSight ApplicationView comes into play. HP ArcSight ApplicationView is really the solution to get visibility into the applications running on your infrastructure. It's an end-to-end solution where the applications are retrofit with security event logging. That does not require a single line of code change to the application. It's enough to just add a runtime agent to the application that you would like to retrofit. It's an end-to-end solution because within ArcSight ESM, we added screens and dashboards to make sense of the incoming data. Events coming from the application look a little bit different than events coming from the network and other devices. So we had to make additional screens and dashboards to make sense of the incoming data. So how does HP ArcSight ApplicationView work? Well, for the applications that you would like to monitor, you'll simply have to add a runtime agent to that application. We have an agent for Java and .NET currently. Once you have added that agent to the application, it will retrofit the application and events will be created. These events go through the syslog connector in Ceph format to ArcSight ESM. Within ArcSight ESM, the dashboards pick up the correct data and give you a high-level overview of the state of a certain application. Let's start by adding the ApplicationView content into ArcSight. First of all, you can notice over here that we do not have a solution into ArcSight Solutions. So let's click Import, let's go to the latest ARB file, which is version 18 for now, and let's click Open. We can import two packages from the ARB file. First of all, we have the standard ApplicationView content, and additionally we have some support resources. So let's go to Next. We start importing 160 groups, 62 filters, 29 rules, 19 reports, 19 active lists, 64 queries, 38 query viewers, 43 drill down lists, and we're done. So all this is added to ArcSight into ArcSight ESM. So now the ArcSight component of ApplicationView is installed, and as you can see, within ApplicationView we have different resources like active channels, active lists, and so on. So now if application events come into ArcSight ESM, the correct resource will pick these events up and use the data to build up an active list, for instance, or to show stuff in the dashboard. The second part of the ApplicationView installation requires adding the agent to a web application. So first of all, we have to have the bits, the runtime bits on the machine where the application is. So in this case, on this machine, we've sent over our bits, the HP Fortify runtime bits. Once we've done that, we have to add the correct configuration file in place. So into config, we have to make sure that the right configuration file is in rtconfig, which is the config file that will be picked up. So over here we copy the application logging configuration into rtconfig. We only need to set one variable, which is where the runtime agent can find the syslog connector. So in our case, our syslog connector is on the local host port 1514, so that's correct. Now that we've done that, we have to add our agent to the web application server. So in our case, our web application server is in demo riches bin startup sh, and what we have to do over here is we have to add in front of this command bin fortify. Alright, so now we've added the agent and we started up the application server. Now we've installed the two components that make up HP ArcSight ApplicationView. There's no need to change the syslog connector if you're using the latest version.